Okay, let's have a good discussion about our end-of-season predictions. And if we have a bit of a look, we're a month out from the finals. Let's have a look at the ladder to start with. End-of-season prediction. There we go.
That's good.
Don't organise that, boys.
Who did that, Leon?
Yeah, something like that. Look, if you look at mathematically, we go down to number 12 side. The Sydney Roosters can still make the final. At the moment, the top four is just about getting close to being locked in. But let's have a discussion, boys, about how we'll look from, say, Team 5 to Team 8.
Yeah.
A lot of big games. I've gone Team 5. I've gone South Sydney at Team 5. Now, I'm taking on trust there. I reckon they were capable of winning all their games going in. They dropped that one to the Sharks the other day. I am taking on trust. They've really got to start to address some aspects of their game. But I still see them as a side that are capable of tipping the finals on its head. I've gone Sharks 6, Raiders 7. I've got my Knights coming in at 8. The question, I just look at the Cowboys, and they had a really slow start to the year, which bought them no wriggle room down this end. And that's 2 losses in a row. I'm wondering if that bubble has burst. I don't know. Thoughts,
I've got Cows in my top 8. I've got, in no particular order, I've got Cowboys, Knights, Raiders, and the Bunnies as well. Bunnies have probably got the easiest draw, but like what you said, the way they're playing, and it starts next week against the Dragons, because the Dragons are coming off, a pretty handy effort today. So, but I still think the Cowboys, for the fact they've got 3 games up in Townsville.
Yeah. Well, I did a little bit more deeper research. I punched in a few numbers into the old Fox algorithm into the predictor. So I came up with Rabbits probably coming in about 5th after they were into the season. Knights, Cowboys will scrape in. And I did this morning. So I had the Eels there scraping in at 8th, but the Raiders might get them. So I'm not sure Eels or Raiders in 8th, but they're my teams.
Nate, your thoughts on it? How shape up?
Like that?
I think Hindy's just completely made that up. I think the Cowboys are definitely going to be at 8. I don't mind the Knights. I think the Knights are going in there, and I think they've got a big chance.
Told you.
South Sydney need to address a few things defensively, but their attack, you can never write them off. They'll score from anywhere.
Yeah. And you said you like the Eels too.
Yeah. They must improve on today, though.
Yeah. Now, grand finalists. So we go through, you look at the Melbourne Storm. Like the Melbourne Storm, you can see at the moment, they've been a little bit inconsistent. They need a bit of something extra. But Pappenhausen, if Pappenhausen can get back toward top form, can give them a really big boost. South's capable. Warriors, they've got the confidence and they've got the style of football that can win those big end-of-season games. But for mine, it's Penrith and Broncos.
Yeah.
Right, 2 obvious ones. Broncos, the thing about the Broncos are still improving. The individuals are improving. Collectively as a team, they're improving all the time. And I think I think Broncos are one of the very few teams in the comp that can compete physically against Penrith.
Well, I've gone the same, Matty, but I was sort of, it was a flip of the coin, because I think the Warriors can get to the grand final. Don't know whether they can beat Penrith, but I certainly think they've got the game plan, because we know how they're so consistent in the way they play, and Sean Johnson is in this rare form. I'm sort of hoping for what they went through the last few years. So it'll be awesome to see the Warriors back in the grand final.
It's a difficult one because the competition's been so close, and it's you can be off your game by that much and still get rolled by a side that's not even in the top 8. That's what I've enjoyed so far this year. But I like Broncos and I like Penrith. They've been the 2 best teams all year. Great forward packs. And I think the Broncos, it's all psychological with the Broncos. I think, they've got the capability to do it in regards to talent and muscle and speed and all that sort of stuff. But I think just when shit hits the fan. Have you heard that one? Chips it down.
Chips in the fan.
Chips hit the fan. Yeah.
It sounds like you made something up.
Well, at the end of the day,
then you swallow
They're learning to get over that. So
Nate?
They are learning to get over it. I think, like I said before, the win without Reynolds is very impressive for the Broncos. My little smoke is the Warriors. I just think that their style of football's, obviously not as consistent as Penrith, but, definitely have the ability to play a similar style of football. And
they know their style so well.
They do, mate,
They're perfected. Everything they do is deliberate. There's nothing frivolous or fluky about their football. Dally M trifecta, I've got Sean Johnson. Yeah. I'd be shocked if he doesn't win it and deserves to win it. My 2nd and 3rd on the trifecta, I've actually gone, and these 2 blokes might be difficult because they're going to pinch votes off each other through the back end of the year, but I've gone Carrigan and Haas.
Yeah.
And I think one of the best 1-2 yardage combinations that I've ever seen. Both of those players have been outstanding.
Yeah.
Carrigan's been absolutely, he's been phenomenal the back half of this season.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the first time a front row will get the award. So I've gone Payne Haas, Sean Johnson, and Cody Walker. I'm thinking Cody. We're forgetting. We're sort of a little bit blinded by the recent form of South, but when South were on that run, was Cody Walker. I think he might get third. There you go.
Yeah, I'm a bit like you, Brian. I think I'd like to see a front rower get up there and win, or a forward probably win it again. It's been a while, so apart from a hooker, but I've got Johnson probably taking it out. I think he's been in outstanding form. Haas close behind, and I've gone Cherry Evans. I think he's footy this year. It's kind of gone under the radar, but I think he's been the most consistent for Manly, and he's been in the points all year. So I'm going Cherry Evans to sneak in there in the top 3.
Nate?
I'm going to go Big Haas. I think he's always going to pole when Broncos go good, and they've won a lot of games this year, so I think Big Payne.
Coach of the year. Look, Ivan, Kev, there's an argument for both that. They have been fantastic. I'm going to Andrew Webster.
Yeah.
Just purely from the fact that I reckon he had the most work to do in the pre-season. In the off-season, assembling this side, get them on blooding some youngsters, working out how they're going to play, getting the players to believe in it. I think he had more work to do than Kev and Ivan.
Yeah, I'm going. It's a good pick. I think he deserves it, but I'm going Ivan. I just think what he's done out there in Penrith the last few years, he's a talented coach, and just everything that comes with winning. You've got to keep your players, be able to retain your players. You've got to keep motivating your players there to want to win. So I think it's a big deal that if Penrith take it out again, it's going to be bloody massive.
Yeah. And they've lots of very good players and coaching staff.
Yeah, coaching staff. So he's done an outstanding job just to keep them up and keep them going, keep them wanting to win.
I've gone Webster as well. I just think, he was an assistant for so long at Penrith, but we've seen other assistant coaches can't quite nail a head coaching job, but he's gone over there, top 4. Looking at it's going to be hopefully the Warriors get in the grand final and he can celebrate.
Deserves it.
And I can celebrate with him.